in the declutter pile that one goes. Hi, I'm Kate and welcome to my channel. So I've been really excited to film today's video. This is a collaboration with my friend Steven on Instagram. He's like the sweetest human I've interacted with on there. So Steven's whole thing is love and compassion, and he just exudes that. I'm gonna link his Instagram down below and his channel and his video. So we decided to do a collaboration. The one that we landed on was regrets. So kind of thinking a few different directions that could go. Like, is it purchase regrets? Is it purchase habit regrets? Is it types of products? Is it, I mean, there's so many different directions that you could take this. So I'm really excited to see which way Steven takes this. Now he's been, you know, on a low buy and posting about that on his Instagram. So if you're interested in low buy content as well, he's a good one to check out. I think I'm gonna take this a few different ways, some with individual product regrets or brand regrets, kind of some spending habit regrets. So the idea is for us to kind of examine our regrets and learn from them. So my first regret is a brand, and it is Morphe. Now, these are the big 35 pan palettes. I have 2 left out of the several that I had. And the reason why I regret this is because I know I don't like Morphe's formula, but every once in a while they have a color story that just gets me, even though I know I'm not going to love the quality. So, Morphe, I regret purchasing your palettes. Yeah, so kind of what I've learned from this, obviously I didn't learn it soon enough, but if I don't like the quality of a brand as a whole, I need to stop being drawn in by color stories, because in the end, I'm still not going to use it and it's going to be a waste of money. So yeah. Right. And I apologize for the noise. My neighbor was just mowing the lawn and now it's raining. So yeah. All right, my next regret is a product that I actually like. It's a nice product, but I still regret buying it because I just didn't need it, and that is the Colourpop Limoncello palette. Now, what got me with this one was that it was on sale. So it was $12. The packaging is beautiful, and the color story is really nice. It's beautiful. I was drawn, obviously, to the pop of blue and the yellows, which I love yellows and blues, but in the end it is just another neutral palette, and while it performs great, there's a reason why I didn't buy this when it came out, and it's because I knew I wouldn't get a lot of use out of it. So yeah, Colourpop got me again. So I mean, on some level, I could probably say that Colourpop is like a brand regret on some levels. However, they do still come out with products that I really enjoy. Overall, I enjoy their quality, so I just need to not be drawn in by the 90% neutral palettes that I don't need. All right, another product regret is my Natasha Denona Love Glow Cheek Palette. Now, I passed on the Love eyeshadow palette because the color story just, it wasn't me. I'm not a big pink and red and purple person. So $65 on that just didn't make sense to me, but I don't know why. I still wanted a piece of the collection, and look at that packaging. It's so fun. And I had never tried a cream blush before, so when I saw this palette, I was like, oh, that's really fun and really pretty. You open this up and there's a cream blush, which is really like a base. Like there's no, I mean, there's a tiny bit of pigment, but it barely even shows up on my skin tone. And then you have these 2 super glowy, blushy things, and then a gold highlight. So here's the thing. I don't like glowy, shimmery blushes. The gold highlight is way too deep for me. So really, what I got out of this was a cream blush base. And I should have thought about it more and not been so drawn in by the packaging and the brand. I like Natasha Denona a lot. I have several of her eyeshadow palettes and I really enjoy them. But yeah, I should have known better. I should have thought this through. I just should have thought this through. And I've learned from myself now, and I've talked about it in several of my new makeup release videos, I don't like cheek palettes. Inevitably, I maybe use half of the shades in there. In this, 25% of the shades in there, and it's not even a great cream blush. Patrick Ta's are far better. NARS is better, Milani's better, anything's better. So cheek palettes, yeah. So this goes more than just an individual product, but kind of the idea of cheek palettes that I've now learned I don't need to spend my money on those. I'd rather buy individual cheek products that work for me. So in the declutter pile, that one goes. All right, so along the lines of the Natasha Denona whole Love collection, like I said, the Love palette just didn't call to me color story wise, and for $65, it was a clear no for me. So when Alter Ego came out with their dupe, I don't know why I didn't remember that it wasn't even the price that got me. It was the actual color story that I just didn't like. But when this came out for $13, I don't know why I thought I would like it. I had heard really good things about Alter Ego as a brand, watching creators like Butte Bean, I think Julia Mazzucato, and several other creators that really speak highly of Alter Ego as a brand. I thought, well, this is a chance for me to try this. It's only $13. What was I thinking? I didn't like the color story at $65, so I don't know why the $13 got me, but it did. And it should have just been an easy no. I don't like the color story. I'm not going to get a lot of use out of it. And the quality of this was awful. I do have a video of my first impression. I'll link it below where I swatched it. Swatches were terrible. It performed okay. The look I got was okay. I'll post that here. But it took a lot of work to get to that look. But I should have known. Like, I didn't like the color story in the first place. So that kind of forced me to examine, like, just because something is super affordable doesn't mean I need it, especially if I didn't like the original anyways. I don't really have issues with dupe brands because, I mean, yes, they're ripping off a color story, okay. But I don't think it's taking away money from the original brand most of the time. If I really liked the color story, I would have bought the Natasha Denona palette, gone ahead and spent $65, sure. So I wouldn't have bought that $65 palette anyway, so me buying this didn't take anything away from that. I don't know why I thought I would like this. So affordability doesn't mean that I need it. All right, the next regret is something I love, and that's why I regret it. So I had Sephora gift cards, I had points, and then it was the Rouge sale. So with that, I picked up the Bite Beauty mascara, and it is amazing. This is the best mascara I have ever used. Ever, and that's why I'm mad about it, because it's so expensive. I would never pay like what, $27 for a tube of mascara. Is that what it is? Something like that. It's almost $30 for a tube of mascara. I think I ended up in the end getting it for like $12, which is great, but I don't know if I can go back now because this is so good. This is so good. I regret trying it because now, yeah. So if anyone has a dupe for this, I've tried a few different L'Oreal mascaras. I tried the Maybelline Sky High. No, they don't hold up to this. But if anyone has an actual dupe for this that isn't almost $30, please let me know. I regret trying this because now I feel like I need to repurchase it. And I don't want to. I don't want to spend that money, but this is a fantastic mascara. All right, so the next regret that I have is a brand, but more the idea of buying into hype. I have two palettes from Jeffree Star. So I haven't talked about these on my channel at all, even when I have done full eyeshadow palette collection videos. Just because of all the drama, I don't want any part of that. So that's why you won't see me talk about these other than in a regret video. I had picked up this palette. I was at the Mall of America. I live in Minnesota, so it's close by, on the day that this dropped, and I was walking by the Morphe store and there was a line of people and it was exciting, and so I went in and I grabbed it. Again, I don't do a lot of purples, and if I want to do purples, I have better purples than these. I was drawn to that teal and it's not a great shade, so I don't really know what I was thinking, but I didn't need it. I bought into the hype of the moment with everyone being there and being excited. And then the other one I picked up was Conspiracy. Oh, I don't know if you can hear the thunder. I watched the video that Shane Dawson and Jeffree made, and I thought it was really fun to watch and see the whole process. So I ended up picking this up, again, buying into the hype. And really, this isn't something I ever grab for, ever. It just sits there. I don't know that I'll get rid of them, but it's not something that I'm going to be featuring. Kind of dealing with that regret of buying into the hype of products that I wasn't necessarily excited for. I don't think there's anything wrong with buying into the hype when it's something that you really are excited for, or something you know you'll get a lot of use out of. Like, I bought into the hype with a couple releases, the Shroud and Butte Bean palette, and I love it. I was really excited about the color story, the quality's amazing. I get a ton of use out of that. I'm not against buying into the hype. I think for me, I need to really look at something and decide, am I going to get a lot of use out of it? What part of the hype am I really getting into? And do I actually want this for the product or for the hype around it? If it's just in your mind to like support a creator and buy into that hype, there are other ways to support creators without buying products that they're involved in. You can watch their content, you can comment on their pictures and their videos, you can interact with them over social media. You don't have to buy products to support creators that you like. Okay, so my last makeup regret, I don't have like products necessarily to show except for one. I don't have all the products from this regret except for one that's going into the declutter pile anyway, but the regret as a whole is subscription boxes. In particular, BoxyCharm, because that's the one that I had. I've had Birchbox as well, but what a waste of money for me. If you feel differently, again, this is just makeup. It's not that deep. So if any of these products or brands that I regret are things that are favorites for you, that's fine. I might have favorites that you absolutely hate. It's makeup, it's not that deep. But I fully regret signing up for a BoxyCharm, and I'll explain why. So when I signed up for it, you take a quiz talking about like your skin type, your skin tone, types of makeup that you like. So I got it because I was seeing people get these boxes with beautiful, unique eyeshadow palettes and cheek products. Even though I put in that I'm very fair skinned, every cheek product that I received was way too deep for me and I had to declutter them. I received 2 eyeshadow palettes. One was an Ace Beauté palette, which was all just reds and pinks, which I don't look good in reds and pinks. And the other option was like a more colorful one, which would have fit me a lot more. And then the other one was a Hank and Henry palette with just a hodgepodge of colors that didn't perform well. And the only product that I still have in my possession is this Too Faced highlighter, which, a terrible highlighter. Doesn't even show up with shine, it's just kind of dusty. So this is going in my declutter pile, along with my Natasha Denona palette. The amount of money that I spent on this subscription boxes thinking, well, I'm gonna actually save money because I'm going to get products that will replace like some mascaras and eyeliners and eyeshadow palettes, and I'm not gonna buy new things if I know that I have a subscription box coming. Well, that's BS, because you're not gonna get the products that you really want. I think there was one product that I actually kept and used, and that was a Glow Recipe like watermelon face dew thing. That was nice. But I have really sensitive skin, so I did not want skincare. I did not want hair care. By the last 2 or 3 boxes I got, it was all skincare that I couldn't use and hair care that I didn't care about. So I canceled. And I'm so glad I did, because I would rather put that money from a subscription box towards products that I actually want and not just like cross my fingers and hope that I get 1 or 2 products that I like in the box. So that's a regret. I'm sure I have more regrets, but those are the ones that were on my mind today. Don't forget to check out Steven's video. I will link him down below. So go watch his video, show him some love, tell him I sent you, and let me know down below if you've tried any of these products and feel the same, or if you have other products that you have regretted trying or spending habits that you regret. I would love to hear. But thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you soon.